To start off our ketchup dispensing machine, we have a mini tether ball, which is a paddle ball attached to a stick. When the tether ball is released, it will spin down, which demonstrates centripetal force, and it'll hit the dominoes. The dominoes demonstrate the first law because they're at rest, and when they get hit, they move. So, once they fall down, they hit the last domino, which has a ball in it, and when the ball is released, it hits the Newton's cradle. The Newton's cradle demonstrates the third law because for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So, because of that, the ball hits the other side of the dominoes, and those dominoes fall down. So when it gets the end of the string of dominoes, the domino with the string attached falls down off of the table and into free fall. So, it pulls on the string and the clothespin gets released. And that releases the train. The train demonstrates acceleration because it has a change in its velocity. So when it falls down, it hits the roll of tape. The roll of tape demonstrates the second law because it goes into the direction of the train's force. So when it falls down, it pulls on the string, and the string releases our army guy. The army guy falls down with his parachute and demonstrates air resistance because the parachute slows him down. So when he falls down, he hits the dominoes on this, and the dominoes keep falling, and it hits the last domino. The last domino has a string attached, and when it falls, it demonstrates gravity because it is falling towards the earth. So when it falls down, it pulls a piece of paper, which releases a train car. The train car falls onto the mousetrap, and the mousetrap demonstrates two things: potential and kinetic energy. It is in potential energy right now when it is set, waiting to be released. And it is in kinetic energy when it is released. And when it's released, it pulls the string, which releases the nail. When the nail is released, it releases a ping pong ball. And the ping pong ball slides down on this rail, and it bounces between the two slabs of wood. When it hits the bottom, it falls into the tube and hits the dominoes. The dominoes fall down and then hit a CD trail of dominoes. And when the CD hits the book falls down and pulls on the beads. The beads then fall down in their string and then pull another mousetrap. When the mousetrap is pulled, it releases the wedge, which is holding the weight. And when the weight falls down is released, it pulls on this string, and the string is attached to a styrofoam slab. When the slab is pulled, it releases a softball, which falls into the bucket. And when it falls into the bucket, it hits the mousetrap. And when the mousetrap is hit, it pulls on the string. The string releases that tiny blue domino down there and releases the car. The car demonstrates two things. One is friction. It's rolling friction because the car slows down once it gets in a flat plane. And two, braking, because the car is slowing down. And when the car pulls on the string, which is attached to a clothespin, it releases the basketball. The basketball falls because of momentum, and it is resisting motion, which demonstrates inertia. The basketball hopefully falls on the ketchup and sprays ketchup on the hot dog. 3, 2, 1.